Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continues as we come up on Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on EA Sports. From American Airlines Arena in South Florida, tonight, the Miami Heat taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you talk about the Nets coming in. They lead the series 2-1, and this would set up a chance for them to take a commanding 3-1 lead.
And this has been a back-and-forth seesaw kind of series. It's had a little bit of everything, though. But I think Game 4 is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where the intensity really starts to pick up, and I think we'll see that tonight.
To Butler. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. A pass stolen by the Nets.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Blake Griffin has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 68%. Can't connect on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Griffin. Durant. No good. Butler for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense to Durant. Kevin Durant, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Oladipo into the front court. Down just a couple. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets. Griffin to Durant. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And this will be out of bounds, off of Butler. Harden lobs it up. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Not that time. Griffin to Durant. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Oladipo, tough matchup against Durant. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. Kevin Durant, 3 for 6 now.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Harden in possession. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, nice find for the basket. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Durant matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Irving. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's Durant for 2. Rebound taken by Miami. Here comes the screen. That's going to be out of bounds. Time for some new personnel into the game. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Griffin. Surveys the floor. Had a chance, but it's no good. Oladipo. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Griffin to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Irving, his first effort, off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Irving into the front court. 2-point advantage. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oladipo goes to the left side. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Victor Oladipo, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Irving to Griffin. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Harden. Well defended. Oladipo into the front court. Down by 1. To Dragic. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Griffin to Harden. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Dragic with it. 10-all is our score. Oladipo. Harden's on him. from long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Dragic into the front court. It's 12-10. Screen coming. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Oladipo. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Oladipo. To Dragic. Short jumper off the mark. Harden with the basketball. 14-10 the score. And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Dragic to Oladipo. The drive right to the basket. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Up 6. Down to Griffin. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Dragic to Bradley. Shot clock winding down. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Aldridge. And the finish. Slam dunk.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
All by himself. Creates his own
The 2021 NBA Playoffs 2-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Groove in 2021.
His team on top by 8. To Griffin. Short jumper won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Shot won't go. Nets have the basketball. Down low for Griffin. With the flush. Taking on all comers.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Iguodala to bring it up.
New York Knicks led Series 2-1 over Philadelphia 76ers in the 2021 NBA Playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
To Dinwiddie. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Dragic. The jumper's off the mark. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Up a dozen. To Griffin. LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Dragic to Bradley. From the paint. Area won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Couldn't keep it in. Out of Spencer Dinwiddie. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Dragic. That misses with 3 seconds left. They'll let one fly from half court. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dragic with the basketball, trailing by 14. Oladipo. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Brooklyn's got it. To Davis. Probing the defense. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Butler. Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler for 2. Can't connect.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Victor Oladipo with the slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Lead is 12. Down to Griffin. Oh, he had it. Another follow. No good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Miami with the basketball. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense to Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Miami. And Jimmy Butler. And the rebound comes down to Griffin. Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Here comes the screen. To Allen Crabbe. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. To Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from long range. Spencer Dinwiddie. He's going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 79% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. Whoops, that won't go. He'd have the basketball. To Oladipo. Has a look. Oladipo, not that time. Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Aldridge. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Aldridge. Not that time, he misses. To Oladipo. Flushes it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Dinwiddie with the basketball. They lead it by 14. To Aldridge. To Dinwiddie. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oladipo. To Butler. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Allen Crabbe. To the outside. To Dinwiddie. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. To Oladipo. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Oladipo, Harden's on him. Fires the three, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Durant, over to the right side. To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Oladipo. Off the assist.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. And the 2. Counted for Aldridge.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Oladipo. Missed it. How'd that not go down? To Dinwiddie. Has a chance. Dinwiddie shot, no good. Kevin Durant pins it. Trevor Ariza at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 72%. Nope, first one does not go. He missed a pair of free throws. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Here's Irving into the front court. The lead is 15. To Aldridge. He gets it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys up by 15. Down low, Aldridge. Scores from the post.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oladipo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he hits the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. To Aldridge. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Oladipo to Butler. Oladipo here against Harden. For 3, they were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Irving. Rebound taken by Olynyk. To Butler. To Oladipo. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Butler. Trying to cash in, and scores on the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden has it up the floor. To Durant. Aldridge. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
To Butler. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Harden with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it in the right corner. To Oladipo. 4-3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. To Jordan. Durant. To Aldridge. Durant. To Jordan. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go. Olynyk. Harden's on him. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. And a put-back slam. We've reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Heat have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game traffic. Bench points.
The Miami Heat had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
To Butler. Five on the shot clock. Butler for two. And Jordan able to secure the rebound. Harden into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Kevin Durant has it to Aldridge. Irving. They'll get it to Durant. They love this hustle. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Harden. Kyrie Irving. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Harden in possession. His guys hold a commanding lead. Durant, tough matchup against Butler. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense.
Los Angeles Clippers led Series 2-0 over Utah Jazz in the 2021 NBA playoffs 2-round season 8 games.
Kevin Durant and that primary defender. You have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Miami. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Durant. He was all over him. Knocked loose. Nets have it. Picked up. Here we go. Harden to Durant. Harden to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Durant. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Oladipo. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Irving with the basketball.
Los Angeles Lakers win Series 4-0 over Portland Trail Blazers to move on to the 2021 NBA playoffs 3-round season 8 games.
Deep right corner. Harden. No good. That's great defense. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Aldridge. Durant. To Harden. Curling inside. Harden. Short jumper won't fall. Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. No good. Harden to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Got a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Butler, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Gets it in the left corner. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Miami's got it. To Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Jimmy Butler for 2. Almost, but no good. Irving to Harden. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kyrie. Adebayo the rebound. To Butler. Oladipo to Butler. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Jimmy Butler has got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good.
Entering the game for Brooklyn, number 22, Caris LeVert.
Goes 2 for 2. Irving brings the ball up court. To Allen Crabbe. Has a chance. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Bradley. And Jimmy Butler, he connects with the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Irving to Allen Crabbe. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 6 now.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Butler to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic. They'll go to Butler down low. 5 to shoot for Miami. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Blake Griffin picked up by Ariza. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Butler. Bradley to Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. Not that time. Nets have it. Irving to Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Catch up, baby. I got ball. I got ball. Screen, I got your help.
Nice pass to set things up. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Dinwiddie, defended by Trevor Ariza. To Griffin. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler from the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Butler for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Down low for Griffin. Oh, he had him there for a second. Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Andre Iguodala, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Allen Crabbe. Substitution being made in this one. It's the Heat with the possession. Oladipo to Dragic.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
To Butler. Dragic. Man, he's shifty. Tough defensive assignment. Goran Dragic with the answer.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Dinwiddie, defended by Trevor Ariza. To Jordan. To Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc for three. Missed it. The Heat grabbed the board. From long range. Dragic wide open, knocks it down.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Has a look. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle down, they can win this game by 50.
Jimmy Butler, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Goran Dragic, now 4 for 9.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out three.
To Harden. Pass stolen by Miami.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Harden. Ed Davis. Heat get control. To Dragic. Bradley to Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Off the assist.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Griffin to Harden. Down low Durant. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
It's the Heat with the possession. Bradley to Dragic. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Miami. Shot clock violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Irving to Harden. To Davis. And counted at the rim.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. To Griffin. Harden. Irving buries it. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Irving to Harden. won't go. Dragic into the front court. His guys down big. To Oladipo. Driving right to the basket. Brooklyn with the basketball to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Oladipo. To Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Just off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Dragic to Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yes, three-pointer is good for Goran Dragic.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Can't connect from in close. Knocked loose. Adebayo against Harden. From the painted area, won't go down. To Oladipo. Dragic, tough matchup against Durant. 5 to shoot for Miami. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Shot by Ariza. Won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Harden to Davis. Down low. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Oladipo. 5 seconds to shoot. To Oladipo. And Harden takes in the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To Butler. Missed a wide open look. To Durant. Irving. That no good. Off the mark. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Oladipo. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Griffin to Irving. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler defended by Kevin Durant. Gets a look. Can't hit. Irving to Davis. That's no good. To Butler. Short jumper won't fall. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving to Harden. Down to 5 on the 24 to Irving. Can't connect.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Trying to cash in. And it's Davis for the rebound. Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Dragic. Harden's on him. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Jordan. Irving. They'll get it down to Davis. Harden to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Durant. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Ed Davis at the line. First one goes down. Second one off. KD follows up with the putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
To Dragic. Doesn't get the bounce. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Harden. Now a step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. Dragic. To Butler. Harden with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Shot clock violation. It's the Nets who are victorious. They've seized control of the 7-game series as they run out to a 3-1 lead. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Heat are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Field goals. Player of the game.
Blake Griffin put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.